Hey guys, it's Ev and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, totally hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I upload videos every Wednesday, but sometimes I upload on the weekend too, so you don't want to miss any of those bonus videos. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing another video about school and college and life in general. And yes, I've been wearing the same shirt in the last 3 videos because I am just having a filming day and it's working. Today I'm going to be talking about how I'm deciding what I want to major in and what college I want to go to and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's just get started. So if you didn't know, I am a junior in high school. So junior year is the year where you really have to start thinking about what you want to major in, where you want to go to college, all that stuff, and making sure that your grades are good, taking the SAT, lots of things to worry about. So I'm just going to be giving you kind of like my background story and like my ideas, what I want to do, and also I'll just throw in some tips on how to figure out what you want to do. So I have been interested in environmentalism and like saving the planet, going green since probably 2nd grade. I've been really lucky having teachers that have always talked about recycling, picking up garbage, reading the Lorax in elementary school. Like I've just had lots of teachers that have influenced me in a positive way. And then when I got to 6th grade, this engineering company came and talked to our science classes and they said, oh, there's this thing called environmental engineering. And when I was in middle school, I really loved math and science, and I was also kind of just super feminist, and I was like, girls can be engineers, I'm good at math, I'm good at science, I'm gonna be an engineer. And I wanted to be an environmental engineer since 6th grade. And I've had other ideas too, like I love to write, so I'm always going to write books and hopefully I will be an author even if I'm doing other things in the future. And I like to create videos and stuff like that, so I have lots of side hobbies and side hustles that I want to try to do in the future. But so I've been thinking about a lot of different things. Last year for a while I wanted to be a screenwriter and then I wanted to be a museum curator. I just have lots of ideas, but I've always ended up coming back to environmental science and environmental studies, environmental engineering, and I have been taking engineering classes in high school, and I realize now that I'm getting into like higher levels of math that I'm still good at math, but I don't know if I would enjoy working with really complex math every single day of my life. But I'm still really interested in environmental stuff. So now I'm kind of shifting away from the environmental engineering aspect and more wanting to do environmental science and policy because I am interested in law and stuff like that. But I really love biology and life sciences, and there's a couple of colleges that have really good programs with science and policy, like environmental studies programs. So I'm leaning towards that right now, but I might still like minor in environmental engineering maybe. And I'm also really interested in French. I am French, and also a lot of environmental scientists are working in France right now. So I'm planning on either taking French classes or minoring in French in college, and I'm hoping to take writing classes and stuff like that as well. So yeah, that's my plan right now. I'm kind of like have a lot of different ideas, but I have a plan for what I want that all like work out to be, because I'm thinking about going to law school and just working with like public and explaining environmental things to people and just communications and making sure that everyone knows about the environment and what they can do to help save it. That's why I really like making environmental videos here on YouTube. So I've always had this idea where I could also just go and major in creative writing, because if you didn't know, I have published a book and I just write all the time. I love writing. But how I decided really that I want to major in more environmental science and environmental stuff over just doing writing is because I know that I will be able to write and do that no matter what in my life, but I really want to major in something else so that I can have experience and learn about things that I'm interested in, and then I can also write about that in the future. And I decided again about environmental stuff because I'm just super passionate about it and I love it, and I really want to work in STEM science career because I feel like we need more women in science and math careers. So my main tip for figuring out what you want to do is find what you're passionate about and not just what you're good at, because if you're really good at math, maybe you don't want to major in math then. You know what I mean? Like don't just decide to major in something because it's your best subject. Major in something because you really like it and you know that you're going to enjoy taking the classes that are involved in that major. Like, that's why I decided I didn't want to do really engineering, because I was looking at curriculum for environmental engineering and I was like, I don't know if I really want to take thermodynamics classes and differential equations and all that really complicated stuff, when I'd rather be learning about how to deal with environmental problems specifically. So that's a really good tip, is just to look at curriculum for different majors and see if you'd actually be interested in taking those classes. And then for me also, I'm thinking about where I want to live in the future and what I'm picturing myself doing. So right now I really want to live in Washington DC and maybe work with the EPA or just work with research teams that are involved with the government, because I really think that we need to get the government more involved in environmental issues to be able to pass laws that will actually make a difference. So I'm picturing myself living in DC, living in an apartment, working with the government and with scientists. But maybe you picture yourself living out in the country on a farm or living in LA or whatever. So think about what you actually want your daily life to be and then find a career that suits that daily life, if that makes sense. And also, if math is your best subject and you really have no idea what to major in and you don't want to just major in math, research what careers and what majors have a lot of math involved, or ways that you can use math. Like, let's say there's forensic accountants that solve crimes by using math. So you can broaden your subject that you're interested in and find something that combines other interests. Like forensic accounting, if you're super interested in math but you also love forensic science or like all of those criminal shows on TV, maybe that's a good option for you. So I would write out a list of everything that you enjoy, everything you're interested in, what you want your future to be like, and then search careers that kind of involve all of those things, because your perfect major is out there waiting for you. And if you don't decide what you want to major in before you go to college, it's not that big of a deal. A lot of people switch majors or go in undecided. So if that's the case, pick a college that has a whole bunch of different majors and a whole bunch of different clubs and activities that you can do, so you can really figure out what you want to do while you're in college. And I'm really fortunate my high school has a whole bunch of different classes, like the engineering classes I'm taking. I took marine biology. Next year I'm taking creative writing. There's all these different classes, so I can figure out what exactly I like to learn about. So if your high school has that, take advantage of it. Also, if you really have just absolutely no idea, talk to some of your teachers about what they think your strengths are. So maybe you kind of are interested in chemistry. You can talk to your chemistry teacher about what they majored in, what they learned about, and if they think that type of curriculum is best suited for you, stuff like that. But teachers pay attention to you and they know who you are by the end of junior year, so you can ask them for advice and I'm sure they'll give it to you. And then picking colleges that you want to apply to. So I have a list of 9 schools right now, but really make sure that you go and visit colleges if you can before you apply. And if you can't do that, a lot of them have virtual tours on their websites. I like to go on niche.com and look up colleges and see student reviews. And you can look at the negative reviews and the positive reviews and kind of see, for some of them, one of the colleges I was looking at, all of the negative reviews were about how there was no parking and it was really expensive to have a car on campus. So you can kind of weigh what's important to you and not based on all of those reviews. And just look at the curriculum that the college has, the majors the college has, the clubs the college has, where it's located, and really try to go to the college when there's kids there so you can get a vibe of what the campus feels like. If there's kids yelling at each other and you just don't feel comfortable there, then don't apply there, because if you don't feel welcomed and a good positive vibe when you're there, you're probably not going to enjoy being there for the next 4 years or more if you're doing a longer degree. So really just do your research and kind of listen to your gut too. If you go to a college and you're wow, I really like this, apply there and see what happens. And know that it's just going to work out. If you don't get into your top choice college, it's just because you weren't meant to go there. So you'll find the right college. Just use all the tools you have with the internet and just research and figure out really what type of college you're looking at and what you're looking for in a school. So that is all I have for today. If you have any specific questions, definitely comment them down below and I will make another video to answer them, or maybe I'll just respond to your comments as well. I hope this was helpful, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if it was, and subscribe. So I will see you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!